Hello, good morning to everyone. This is your political science teacher, Sri Kaur ma'am. Here to teach you the next portion of your chapter number 5, that restoration and challenges to Congress party during different elections. You have seen that till now we have studied about from just after the death of Nehru to Indira Gandhi, then there is in between elections of presidential elections of 1969, how the dramatic change took place over there for this political, internal politics as well as external politics of the party. I mean to say within whole politics, with the country or within the party, how Congress split. Right? There was split in the Congress, and Congress has to see the face of defeat in more than 9 states of India, and some of them were accused of that one defection, also accused of defection also, that party after winning the election, that party members or political leaders used to leave their party. Such type of allegations are there, claims are there, and the position of this Congress party was not very good. Not only very good, not good also. And that led, this split in the Congress led to the position of the Congress in Indian politics as minority. Right? Congress was in minority now, but now next elections are there in 71. Right? Earlier there was 67 elections were there. Now election of 71, general election after the 4th general elections. Now this is the time Indira Gandhi has seen that this is the time when she can do each and everything for their own citizen, for her own citizen, for whole of the party, whole party can get strengthened, how she can get the support of the citizens, support of the Indian people, so that she can gain majority in the coming 1971 elections. This is the major focus. Now whatsoever programs she earlier launched, I mentioned that 10-point program she launched: nationalization of the banks, rural urban property, regarding abolition of privy purses, some other programs regarding the removal of Jamindara system. It further created some problems among the rural and urban people, like abolition of Jamindara. That was also somewhat a debatable topic among the peasants and farmers. That here also she was somewhat scared that she can leave her position. She can not gain support from the farmers and the peasants if this issue is going on. She made one amendment here in her program. Such type of things were going on, and she had to support, she had to gain support for the coming election. She made propaganda like that. She wanted to strengthen the poor people as well as her party, declared that her party is totally based on these unprivileged people, poor people, backward classes. If you are with me, he even somewhere explained the ideology of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and took help from her ideology and propagated. You know that more than 60% population of India is engaged in agricultural sector, and from them most of them are having small land holdings. They come in the category of we can say poor category, poverty. They are the victim of the poverty. Indebtedness is there. They have small size of holdings. Such type of programs when going on simultaneously there was green revolution, white revolutions were also there. Such type of programs are going on, and now Indira Gandhi definitely do all these works, and she deliberately understands all these things, that this is the time in her hand she can capture the attention of the minorities as well as majorities. Not only within minorities she would be the winner, she had to take some help, some support from majority also. To keeping all this mind, she has framed his legal outwork, framed his strategy for coming elections. For this strategy, Indira Gandhi vigorously campaigned for implementing the existing land reform laws and undertook further land ceiling legislation in order to end her dependence on other political parties and strengthen her own political party position. Indira Gandhi government recommended dissolution of Lok Sabha in December 1970. See the fantastic decision taken by her. She was in the ruling party. She can do that. If that is dissolved, ultimately another election will take place. When the 5th general election Lok Sabha were to be held in February 1971. Before election, she dissolved the Lok Sabha, and you may see that what would be the result. Because she wants to show that she don't have faith in that parliament, that Lok Sabha, because earlier what we have studied, that 9 states, her own party's government was not there. That I told you, from Delhi to Howrah going, you won't be able to catch a single state where there is a party, there is a ruling party is Congress nearby. So that was also very surprising. Now it is the time to contest the elections. It is the time to contest the election, Lok Sabha, all their elections. It is the time to contest the election. अब दिस इज नॉट के जो ओपोजिशन है वो चुपचाप बैठी होगी. अगर इंदिरा गांधी इतना अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी अडॉप्ट कर रही है, तो दे आर ऑल्सो मेकिंग देयर डिफरेंट स्ट्रैटेजीज टू win the elections. What happened at that time? There was a disaster change. What was the change? That other political parties, they made their grand alliance. They made their alliance named as Grand Alliance. Right? But let us see what will happen in the next. It seems that the opposition is stronger than Indira Gandhi's party, and keep in mind, there is within the Congress there is R and O, that is also there. One opposition is there, Grand Alliance. One opposition is there, Congress O. Within the Congress, although they belong to Congress, but this is only belong to Indira Gandhi. Hey, Indira Gandhi was not only prominent leader, but she was somewhat vigorously working for the upliftment for his party. When all these things were going on, Indira Gandhi has to, the electoral contest appear to be loaded against Congress R. Congress R is Indira Gandhi, and New Congress was just only a fiction. That they were New Congress, old members were there, but Congress was new there, and they other opposite parties, including CPI, M, and some other party, they have SSP, PSP, and Communist Party. They made their Grand Alliance plus this from the Congress. And you have to see the situation. All non-communist party, non-Congress opposition party formed this type of alliance. In between it, there was Bharatiya Janata Sangh was also there, and this one Swatantr Party, Bharatiya Kranti Dal and CPI had an alliance under this whole of umbrella. The new Congress that was also having this issue that they have a new Congress, only this one from this split state that has only one slogan, that was Indra Hatao. Indra Hatao means to say remove Indira Gandhi from the politics. But very fantastically, very amazing way Indira Gandhi herself gave one slogan that was a major issue regarding that time, that was not known to this group, that was known to being experienced, being since beginning in the politics. Indira Gandhi has sought out. She said that Garibi Hatao, Garibi Hatao. Now, as earlier I mentioned, most of the Indian people were the victim of this Garibi, this poverty. That is issue since the beginning, even before the independence. Where the people will concentrate more, Indra Hatao or Garibi Hatao? Who has given the slogan of Garibi Hatao? And along with that, she implemented some more statistical measures that can help to the common citizen, help to these poor people. Like Garibi Hatao, she focused on the public sector and the imposition of ceiling on rural and land holding upon urban property, removal of disparity in income between rich and poor. Indira Gandhi tried to generate a support base among disadvantaged, especially among the landless laborers, Dalits, Adivasis, minorities, women and unemployed youth. She has taken from all these facts. This new Congress was not aware, even this Grand Alliance was not aware. Then what will happen? This Grand Alliance had grand failure. When election were contested, result was there. This Grand Alliance had to face grand failure due to issues not taken by seriously. There is a lot of difference between saying and doing. They were not even able to say that we will do such and such work, we will adopt such and such strategy after we winning the election. They didn't said about this even. So that's why they have to lose their election majority. Although they were in majority, more in number, but the strategy accordingly Indira Gandhi worked, that she was more successful. And here I would ask you to recognize the citizens of India, how much they are aware regarding their politics. I mean to say, they give their vote from where they will get support, and they are getting something for their upliftment, for their growth, for their development. They are casting their vote, and that is exact democracy. What seems to be, that is not actual. Okay? There is a lot of difference between, जैसे हम कहते हैं हाथी के दांत दिखाने के और खाने के, और politics here seems to be like that. And if we see the result of this outcome, that was Indira Gandhi got 352 seats, and Grand Party Alliance only approximately 40 seats. And the combined won 370 seats in Lok Sabha, and it was approximately 44%, and that Indira Gandhi party won nearly with where earlier she got only 16% seats or 16 seats in previous elections, and some of the states she has to see the face of defeat. So in this way we can say that the party with so many drawbacks could get less than 1/4 of the votes secured by Indira Gandhi. With this, Congress party led by Indira Gandhi established its claim to be real Congress and restored its dominance in Indian politics. Position in center and Grand Alliance opposition proved to be grand failure. Their combined tally of seats were less than 40, and Indira Gandhi said approximately 352. So in this way, there was a story doesn't end here. Tomorrow I will tell you its next side effect, what Indira Gandhi has to face. Okay, dear students, bye, take care.